Hey guys, Brandon from Between the Pipes Hockey. A lot of you guys have been asking about my stretching routine and what to do off the ice. Well, I'm going to take you guys along and exactly what I did when I played Division I and pro hockey. I did this routine every single night. You guys follow along. Let's get into it. First thing we'll start with, grab a lacrosse ball or tennis ball, and we're just going to put it on the bottom of our foot, and we'll just roll that out. So you could do about 10 to 20 seconds of just rolling it out. If you find a special spot that you get a little bit of a knot or something, you could just step on it and hold that a little longer. Then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Put this lacrosse ball to the side. We're going to start in 90-90. So left leg's going to be in front, right leg's behind, and I usually just like to do about 7, just lean forward, holding this front foot, and I'm just trying to get my chest over my hip. I'll do 7 of those. Good. And now from here, I'll sit here for a second, get my chest up as much as I can. I don't have the same mobility and stretching as I used to, but I still try and do this as much as I can. I've been on a real kick of doing it a lot lately. Now we'll lean back. Good. Keep just bouncing a little bit back and forth. Try and keep both knees on the ground. Good. Now from here, I'm going to take my hands, right? This is something I've always struggled with. I need hip surgery, so my hips aren't the best. But I'm going to raise both of my hands up. I'm going to try and get my left shoulder to get all the way back while I keep both my knees on the ground. So from here, I'll be up, and then I try and push this shoulder back while keeping my knees on the ground. Hold this for about 5 deep breaths. Good. And then I'll lean forward again and repeat that on the other side. When you guys are doing this, it's really important to make sure you focus on your breathing, right? Really focus on inhaling and exhaling as we go. So now we'll go back to the 5 or 7, just bounces up front. And if you guys don't have the time, you could just make this a little shorter. Sometimes I would do it shorter. Some days I would do it longer, depending on, how much time you have. And now we'll lean back. Good. Focus on that breathing. Now from here, we'll take that right shoulder and we'll try and get that parallel here. So from here, this side's always a little harder for me, and I'm pushing that right shoulder back. Focus on our breathing. Good. And then lean forward. Okay, now from here in the side, we'll keep continuing on our hips, right? I'm going to put my left leg over, and I'm just going to push down. So my left knee is up top here. My left arm is going to push my left knee. Keep pushing. Focus on your breathing. Hold this. Good. And now we'll switch and do the other side. So same thing here. Pushing my right knee and my right hand. I'm pushing that away from me. Really opening up my hips. Good. Now from here, I'm going to straighten out my right leg. And I'm going to bring my right knee in, and then I'm just going to work on my hip flexors a little bit. Hold this for about 5 deep breaths. Good. Make sure I'm pushing into my hands. I'm pushing my knee into my chest as much as I can. Good. And then from here, I'll just do 3 knee circles here. Good. And then same thing other way. So my knee comes up to my face, and then around, up to my face, around, and repeat that on the other side. So now my left knee comes in here. 5 deep breaths. Good. And then now those circles again. 3 each way. Now we'll switch, go the opposite way. Good. Now from here, I'll go back into this stretch, And then now I'm going to take my right hand and my left hand. I'm going to put it through this little hole here. And now I'm going to sit back, try and keep our shoulders on the ground, right? And just hold this for a couple deep breaths. I'm pulling my hamstring from my right leg into my left leg to open that hip up too. Good. Now I'll do the same thing on the other side. So again, my right hand is going to go through this little gap here, and I'm going to keep my shoulders down and pulling in. 5 deep breaths here while we hold. Good. Okay, now from here, just going to put both my feet together, and just those little pulses, I'm just going to bounce back and forth while I have my elbows going into my shins. So I'm just bouncing back and forth, trying to get these legs as far down as I can. Keep my chest up, move around in it a little bit. Good. Now we'll go into our ankle mobility. So this is one of the most underrated things people don't realize, especially hockey players wearing skates and goalies, RRVH, all of that stuff is got to make sure we're taking care of our ankles. So from here, I'd like to do 10 circles, okay? But the key is I'm not moving my knee. Well, I'm trying my best not to. So I'm going to point my toe and make little circles controlled. They're not super fast. Good. And then now the other way, 10. Try not to move your knee. Everything is just coming from your ankle. After 10 of those, now I'm going to point my toes to my face and then to the camera. Same idea. Toes to the face and to the camera. Good. And now we'll do that on the same thing on the other side. So again, not moving our knee. We're going to do those circles. Nice and slow and controlled. And now the other way. Good. And now toes to my face and toes to the camera. Good. Okay. Now from here, we'll get into a lunge. So I'll start with my left leg up. Okay. I'm going to just bounce forward 5 times. So my right hip flexor, I'm squeezing my right glute, right? And just bouncing back and forth while my hips stay facing the camera 5 times here. So 4. Last one, 5. Now from here, I'm going to take my left hand, reach it for the ground, and while my right hand reaches up, and just get a nice side stretch here. Hold that for 5 deep breaths. Good. Now from here, I'm going to get into a lunge position, and I'm going to go up and down 10 controlled times. So just tapping and up, keeping control here. Good. So 10 total. Shake it out if you need to. I'll go back into this lunge position now. Then from here, I'm going to take my left elbow and drop that to the ground and then rotate up to the sky for 5 total. Good. And then now from here, I'm going to take both my elbows and get them to the ground and just hold this for 5 seconds. Good. Now we'll repeat that on the other side. So start off with those 5 bouncing forwards, right? Squeezing my left glute. Two more. And last one. Then we'll hold. Then from there, I reach for the ground and reach for the sky, getting a nice side stretch all through our body here. Focus on our breathing. Good. Then from here, we'll go back to those 10 controlled lunges. 4, 5, 5 more here. Last one. Good. And if you need to, you can shake it out. If not, we're going to take our right elbow now, touch that to the ground, and then open up to the sky. You'll notice one side is a little bit easier. My right side, this is a little bit harder for me. Good. Last one. Now from here, we'll take both our elbows and get them to the ground. Take a couple deep breaths here. Good. Okay. Now from here, we'll go into the ground here. So we'll go, onto our butts here. We'll take our hamstring stretching now. So we're going to reach for the sky. We're going to go up, right? So I'll show you guys from the side. We're going to go up to the sky, reach as far as we can forward, and then 5 deep breaths, trying to get our head to our knees, right? Not letting our hamstrings come up like this, and our toes are pointed to our face. So reach up, and then 5 deep breaths here. Try and go a little bit forward. Farther each exhale. Good. Okay. Now from here, this is my favorite stretch. We're going to open our legs up here. Okay, and we're just going to rock around a little bit. Get our legs as wide as we can. And then we're just going to go 3 here, just little pulses. 3 to the right. Again, focus on keeping this flush to the ground. 3 to the left. Good. Now bring it in. Okay. Now from here, I'm going to take my left hand, put on my left heel, take my right hand, and try and reach up and over my body as much as we can. This is my favorite stretch. We'll go 5 deep breaths here. Focus on your breathing. Each exhale, try and get a little further. 2 more breaths. And last one, we'll go to the other side now. So same thing. 5 exhales. 2 more. And last one. Good. Then from here, widen as much as we can again, and then just try and hold for 5 breaths. As wide as we possibly can. Good. Okay, now from here, we're going to spread our legs out here, go into a little bit of a groin stretch. Now from here, we're just going to rock around again. So little pulses. So I move forward and back, about 7 of these. Should feel this in your groins. Good. Then from here, we'll bring it down. Our elbows will be on the ground. And then we're just going to sink our butt back for 7 again. As far back as we could get our butt, and then we pulse back forward. Good. Now from here, I'm going to lift my left leg. Is going to go out. From here, I'm going to do 5 rotations. So I'm going to reach here, and then I'm going to sit back on my butt. So I rotate back this way, come up to the camera, tap my left knee, and back down. So we have 5 of those. So that's 1. This is 2. Stay controlled and nice and slow. This is 3. Back up. And 4. Last one. Again, nice and controlled. Don't rush out of these positions. And now we'll do the same thing on the other side. Again, you'll notice one side. So this side's a little bit harder for me. So my right leg is out now. We'll sit back and up. That's our first one. Nice and slow here. 2. 3. 4. Last one. And 5. Good. Now from here, we'll go into our little sumo stretch. So legs are out. Elbows are going to push into, right? Our elbows are pushing into our knees, and our knees are pushing into our elbows. From there, we'll try and push out as much as we possibly can, keeping our chest up. Couple deep breaths here. Then from here, I like to, if you can and you're able to, you can balance for a couple breaths here. So we'll go up here. So just nice and balanced, open up the hips, right? Rock back and forth if you need to. Good. And then on the last one, I'll try and hold it as long as I can. Now come out of it. And then from here, we'll go into our middle split. Again, we're not trying to get as far as we possibly can here. Just get to where it's comfortable. Okay, so right now I'm in a comfortable spot. I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to do 5 rotations to the sky. So I'm following my hand as I go. Last one. And same thing on the other side. So following my left hand as I rotate. And then from here, I'll just sit back a little bit, right? Find a comfortable spot for me. Nothing crazy, right? And then I'm back up. Okay, from here, we'll do a couple cat-cows now. So from here, right, we're going to bring, on our inhale, we're going to reach up. And our exhale, we're looking to the sky. So we got 5 total here. Two more. Last one. Good. And then now from here, we're going to go into a child's pose, into a cobra, reaching for the sky. We got 5 of these. 2, 3, 4, and then last one here, 5. Good. Okay, now from this position, we'll stand up, take our right arm, and we're just going across our body here. Take 5 deep breaths here. Good. Shake it out. Other side now. Good. Now we're going over our head here. So right hand over. And 5 deep breaths. Good. Shake it out. Same thing, other way. Really use our right hand to push down on our left elbow. Good. Shake it out. Now from here, we're going to do 5 neck circles. Slow and controlled. I'm going left to right first. Last one for me. Good. And back the other way. So now right to left. Last one. Good. And then from here, what I like to do, this is our last stretch here. We're going to bring our hands, right, like this, and we're just going to sit back. So working on some wrist mobility here, right, very underrated, like our ankle mobility. We're just going to rock back and forth for about 5 to 7 deep breaths here. Good. And then the last thing, right? So just recapping today, right? We touched everything we could possibly do. We did our ankles up to our head. We just went up, all the way up and down, getting it to an area where everything is working on mobility and stretching. Great for recovery, right? Again, this is a great nighttime routine. And then what I would like to do, again, depending on how much time you have, this is where I'll take about 3 to 5 minutes just going over visualizing the next day, whether it's a team I'm playing that weekend, practice tomorrow of guys that are going to shoot on me. I just try and get in a good mindset, right? So we'll just make it quicker for you guys, but I like to lay straight on the ground here. Okay, and then from here, I'll put my hand on my stomach, my hand on my chest, and just 5 inhales and exhales. Focus only on your breathing. That's the only thing that matters. Good. All right, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. It's something you can do every day. I'm in a hotel room right now. You can find the time to do it and make yourself a better version of yourself.